Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm dancing my head back and forth, side to side, but no, seriously.
I told you not to sell.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's talk about KULR stock. KULR stock delivering safe, high-performance energy storage solutions. We've been getting a lot of PRs, but what's really been moving KULR stock, let's just hide this and let's just focus in on good old KULR here. KULR stock has been moving because the markets have been pumping, right? It has not been moving because of the PRs that have dropped. Now they're getting into AI robotics. Now we have more potential for more catalyst because now they have another division, which means at any point we could get a PR with regards to them getting a contract with some big corporation, and that sends the stock skyrocketing. So now we have AI, exoskeletons, robotics. On top of that, we still have the battery technology. So now we got, like, let me put it this way, we got twice the opportunity for a hot PR to drop and this thing starts skyrocketing. Now, a lot of people have been saying, oh, Bitcoin is skyrocketing, so, you know, clearly KULR stock is going to go to the moon. I don't think that's the case. I think it's moving more so with the stock market, not so much the crypto market. Now, because crypto and the stock market can sometimes move together, some people, I guess, just, you know, they believe that KULR stock follows Bitcoin. I don't think that's the case. I think MSTR follows Bitcoin very well because they have a lot of holdings from what I checked. Other than that, this is getting ready to break out here at 1.4. If this breaks 1.4, which also it would have to break the 200 weighted moving average. If it breaks that, we can go higher. And you can see we got rejected here. The last time we got pushed down, and then, you know, we got the catalyst here, the earnings pump here as well. But we got a catalyst here that sent us, and then earnings we pumped. But obviously, any pump is going to get sold off when everything's being brought down by sellers reacting to Trump and anything the administration throws out there. Any tweet, really, at this point. One tweet and we go down. So, exoskeleton, AI, robotics, and now battery technology. That's a nice, good portfolio there. Nice, good. This thing is giving you exposure to more than just battery technology at this point, which makes me bullish on it. Because in the past, if you guys have been around long enough, a lot of these robotics AI companies, they skyrocketed, right? They had their last hurrah recently. And then we went into this bear market, correction, downtrend, whatever word you want to use. I just call it bear market. There's bull markets and bear markets. Bear markets, stocks just keep getting cheaper. That's exactly what's been happening. Now, some of these, when they get cheaper, they find a bottom sooner than everything else. I want you to think about what I just said, because this is very important to take note of. In a bear market, some stocks find a bottom sooner than others. That's a sign of strength. When there's stocks that continue to go down, but your favorite stock, KULR, continues to go sideways while everything else is still going lower and creating lower highs and lower lows, that's a sign of strength, because buyers love the stock so much they cannot let it get down below $1. They just love it so much. They think it's so undervalued, so cheap, they just can't help themselves. Anytime it comes to $1, they just can't help but to buy more. And let me just show you something very interesting. Just a comparison, because I've seen this before. I think this will go to $3 minimum. That's still my target. So you still have potential for 100% gains, but you got to sit on it. Again, we're playing the weekly here, the monthly. We're looking at the longer term patterns. Shopify in the previous bear market, you can see it bottomed out here at around, on May 10th, it bottomed out at $30 and it just went sideways. I remember seeing this pattern and thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, this thing is, like, the market was still tanking But Shopify was just going sideways, and I'm like, what the hell? So I bought it and then flipped it at $50. So I didn't make 100% gains on it, but I bought it and flipped it at $50, and then maybe I guess I should have held for 129, but whatever. The point is, when you see this kind of strength on a stock, be it Color stock or the many other ones that are out there that have shown strength, like Palantir, oh my goodness, Palantir never even went under the 200. Look at that. It never even went, it touched it, went under it, and immediately got, and that's it. That's it. That was like your one opportunity to get it as cheap as possible, right? Because if you know my strategy, anytime a stock comes down to that or near the 200 WMA, it's a buy. It's a massive discount from highs, right? $69 compared to, 69, someone's going to make a joke, but $69 compared to 125, I mean, what a massive discount. That's why you always wait for the 200. And every time, look, it comes down, it always recovers, always recovers. Always, always, always. The fact that in this pullback, bear market, downtrend, whatever you want to call it, the fact that it always comes down to this purple line and just never holds under it. It always bounces. That is a sign of strength. And imagine what it's going to do in a bull run. I believe this one's going to go crazy in the bull run. Same thing with Color stock. I believe this one is not only showing strength here, refusing to go lower despite being under the 200, but in the bull run, when the stock market as a whole is pumping, I don't care about crypto. Crypto has nothing to do with Color, quite frankly. If we're keeping it real, it has nothing to do with it. If we look at the profile here, what does it say? Color Technology Group engages in developing, manufacturing, and licensing next-gen carbon fiber thermal management technologies for batteries and electronic systems. Nowhere does it say that they're a Bitcoin miner or Bitcoin anything. Quite frankly, it doesn't say any of that. And now we know that they're getting into exoskeletons, AI, and all that other stuff. So this has nothing to do with it. When the market starts ripping and we go into a bull market, this one's going to go to $2, then $3. In order to go to 2, we got to break here at 1.4 to get a chance at $2. And then if we break $2, we can go to 250 and then, $4 and $5. I know some people are holding a big bag up here because I remember saying it's a buy. If it breaks 5 and goes higher, we can go to 10. I said that, and some people just were being stupid. They just went all in with no strategy. Well, the biggest mistake you can make in the market is A, going all in. Number 2, no strategy. So you just throw money around without if you got a good entry point, you buy in, and either if it is pumping, let me show you the 3-minute. I'm not a day trader. I'm a swing trader, but technically speaking, here, when it crossed over in the MACD, you would have bought in, right, on that green candle. Let's say you bought the top of the green candle. Let's not assume you bought down here. Let's assume you bought at 133, probably at the ask. So you bought at 1.33, stop loss at 1.29, right? It never stopped you out, right? And then it went in your favor to 1.37, and it never stopped you out for the rest of the day. And I guess you could have flipped it for a measly, $100 if you bought 1,000 shares or 10,000 shares. Anyways, the point is, that's called having a strategy. You know your entry point, crossover in the MACD. If there's strength behind the move, the crossover is going to happen because you have momentum and buyers on your side. It's going to move in your favor. If there's no sign of weakness, it's going to move in your favor without stopping you out. And you take your profit end of day because it's usually going to close green because there's more green candles than red in a bull market compared to a bear market. But people didn't do that. They didn't do that. They just, this guy said it's a buy. I'm going to throw money at it and I'm going to go all in. Come on, man. I shouldn't have assumed that people were smart enough to not go all in. I was wrong, and I've learned not to say that because people really are, they'll make the mistake of going all in. Let me put it that way without being insulting. And it's not as bad as the people that go all in and then lose 50% on 600K, like the Polish girl that I always talk about. So it's not that bad, but still, this is opportunity. This is a buy. I will see you in the next one when this goes to $2, then $3. You got a lot of you are going to be like, how the hell did you know? And I'm going to tell you, I didn't know. I'm just abusing long-term patterns that appear when you zoom out. And you can go to the weekly and it's the same damn story. Pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, pump. It's just, if it's going to always do this, which it has been doing since its existence back in 2021, if it's always just going to pump and dump, we just buy the dump. And then when it pumps, we take profit. and we bagged someone instead of being the ones getting bagged. Well, I'm never going to get bagged because I'm not stupid enough to do that anymore. So, okay, let's not talk about Sybil. That's my one mistake this year. Okay, I made a mistake. We'll see if it recovers, but I didn't go all in, so that's the difference. I can afford to take that loss, and it's no big deal. But either way, we buy the dump. We buy the dump, guys. You never buy this year. Never do that. Hopefully you've learned. A lot of you who have been following me for a long time, you've learned. I hope. I really hope, man. I hate when people message me and they go, yeah, I really want to chase this stock. And I'm like, bro, I told you to buy that at $2 and under, and now you want to buy it? I told you to buy RR down here at $2 and under, and now you want to buy it at $2.24. Now you want to buy it here. Really? 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 Like, now you want to, like, no, you buy when everyone else is scared down here. You buy the fear, man, and then you sell it to the suckers that chase up here. Wow, this one's gonna go to $5 as well. Anyways, this is another stock. It's a robotic stock. You guys know me. I'm bullish on anything AI, robotics. Really, this whole channel is just dedicated to AI and robotics. Anything tech at this point. That's why I love NVIDIA so much. Palantir, KULR, RR, and the many others that I talk about. SoundHound. There's just going to be so many of these. The AI revolution is here, and there's going to be a lot of these that are going to skyrocket. And if you make money, don't forget to join the Discord, patreon.com/shadesandtrades, because we call out these plays all the time, and we get optimal entry opportunities abusing those longer term patterns using the 200 WMA or the MACD crossover, which I've been rarely using, but the 200 is really more reliable in a bear market versus the MACD, which is why I haven't been using it. Like, I have bull market strategies, but it doesn't make sense to use them in a bear market. Does that make sense? All right, that's it. I've been talking too long. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And knowledge, the lessons are clear, swinging these trades year after year.